is an urgent emergency for everyone in Bitcoin and Ethereum, because right now we are seeing here in the charts, let me quickly go over that our trade here perfectly played out. We already came extremely close to the price target, but as I'm already telling you, after the trade is before the trade. So I will be talking about what is unfolding in the charts right now, whether there is a new breakout actually coming right now in that exact moment, but more importantly, what is my price target, how am I personally going to trade it now that our last trade perfectly played out. How am I going to trade Ethereum, and what is the price target for Ethereum? Because especially between Bitcoin and Ethereum, something absolutely crazy is happening, and I will be talking about that. That's for sure. This is my fourth video now in like 24 hours. I'm doing that for a reason, because right now is the moment we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for these decision times here. I mean, we were in a sideways period for quite some time. Now we are testing the breakout. So of course this is an important moment. Of course this is a moment where I have to come to you guys. This is the Ethereum chart. We broke out of this falling wedge exactly as I predicted, and right now Ethereum is trying out here to break above this resistance zone. Are we going to reach levels above 2,000 US dollars? Is Bitcoin going towards levels above 60,000 US dollars? This is exactly what I am going to talk about today. First of all, I wanted to take a few seconds. Thank you everyone for joining here. Thank you everyone for smashing up the like button, making noise in the comment section. If you are new to this channel, well, we are the most profitable community in the world, the most lovely community in the world. You might as well just scroll down, press the like button, press the subscription button more importantly, and press the bell and press on all to make sure that you are joining the MMCrypto family. Welcome to the MMCrypto family. So now I wanted to go here into the content, and I will start once again with the immediate short term for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, and I will be of course including my old trades and where I would be opening my new trade. You know, our last trade here perfectly played out. Let me quickly go back. You can see the last trade, it was this W pattern. We broke out, we confirmed the breakout, and we are right now here on track to our price target. But again, after the price target, after the pattern is before the pattern, we are having here this inverse head and shoulders pattern. We have an ascending triangle. So many things actually unfolding, many things to talk about, and many things where we can say, well, when A happens, we do A. When B happens, we do B. But no matter what, we are going to profit from this situation as always, guys. So let me talk about that. I will start with Bitcoin just for the structure. I start with Bitcoin in the immediate short term. I talk about my potential trade, about the price targets, and much more. Of course, also price levels we have to look out for. Price levels where we know, okay, we should get out of this trade. Of course, I want to talk about that as well. Then we will be going over into Ethereum. The same thing for Ethereum, but for Ethereum, it's even a little bit more interesting than for Bitcoin. And for Bitcoin, it's already very interesting. So we will be talking about that as well. And of course, about the trades. And then I want to go into one specific data point here, one specific chart, which maybe some of you guys have seen before. But no matter whether you have seen it before, this specific point where Bitcoin is right now, it will catch you by surprise. This is something I can promise you already, as I promised it to you before, and I was sticking to my promise. So let's go here over into the chart for Bitcoin. And guys, please smash up the like button. It seems like YouTube is not really wow, that's a loud bird. Look at this bird. YouTube is not really pushing out that, oh, now he's gone. It's pushing that video not out here, unfortunately. Let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, so what you can see here is this inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 4-hourly candles, right? And we have here this W pattern, and we broke out of the W pattern. And as you can see, we not only broke out, this was maybe already a confirmation, but if not this was a beautiful confirmation here. You can see here we touched the neckline and Bitcoin actually broke towards the upside for good. What we can see here right now is that Bitcoin is actually fighting with a very important resistance area. Let me show you this resistance area. If I'm pulling out the rectangle right here, look at this. So we had significant support throughout even 2 days right here. The moment we broke it, fine. Then we had found support here, but the moment we broke it to the downside, well, not so fine, because we went into this downwards period and we found resistance right here. We found resistance right here. And the question is, are we going to find resistance right here once again? And if so, What does it mean for the Bitcoin price? Because I can tell you, if Bitcoin fails to, in the next 2 hours, we have 2 more hours to close this 4-hourly candle above. If Bitcoin fails to close the 4-hourly candle above this specific level, we are most likely going down for another retest of the upward sloping support. We already had 1 touch point here at the head of the inverse head and shoulders pattern. 2 more touch points over here, another touch point right here. So this is significant support. I do expect, if Bitcoin is not going to break and close above this level, that we are going down, retesting below 50,000 US dollars before we are finally going towards the upside for good. In the end of the day, the likelihood of us actually breaking higher is much higher than to the downside. I would say maybe even an 80-20 chance. I can be surprised here, but an inverse head and shoulders pattern has a bullish bias. Then this W pattern here has a bullish bias as well. And an ascending triangle also has a bullish bias. So the matter of fact is we are having 3 patterns here actually converging, coming all to a tipping point, and they all have a bullish bias towards the upside. They actually all have the same price target, because the measured move price target is the same calculation for all of these 3 patterns. So all of these 3 patterns are actually predicting, in case we are getting this breakout towards the upside, that we are going to reach levels above 60,000, even above 61,000 US dollars if we are getting that breakout. You know the deal, guys. We need a 4-hourly candle close above. We need a rejection down, a break above the previous rejection point. But more importantly, we finally need volume here. Let me zoom out and show you that, guys. We are just not getting volume in since a long time. This is a volume candle. This is a volume candle. This is also a volume candle. But this, guys, this is just floating around. This is not what I want to see. We need a 4-hourly candle close outside with volume support. And this volume support, look at this, guys, it's very important. If we are breaking out, I want to see the volume candle beating the volume candles inside the pattern. So we need volume above the volume candles in the pattern. So we need a volume which is surpassing the previous volume candles. Then we can say with a high degree of certainty the market is actually agreeing to that move. If we are closing a 4-hourly candle above this horizontal slightly upward sloping resistance, then we can say with a high degree of certainty, okay, the market is agreeing to that, and now we can enter a significant long position. Because as you know, if we are breaking above, if we are getting this confirmation, the price target is 61,000. So we are talking here about a $10,000 move. Do you want to tell me we don't need like a few confirmation signs and also volume support to get a $10,000 move? Of course we need that. Every single time, let me go back. Every single time, volume is so important, guys. Look at this. Big volume candle, well, sideways face. Big volume candle, big green volume candle, and we went furthermore towards the upside. The market support is very, very important. The same thing here. Whenever we are seeing big volume coming in, that means in the next few days we are going to follow this trajectory with the highest likelihood. So I want to see this big volume coming in. Otherwise, the likelihood is high that we are caught up in this fake out here, or that we are caught up in a fake out like here. We are seeing these fake outs every now and then. So now volume is more important than ever. If we are seeing that, guys, my prediction is, and I will stand to that, 61,000. And yesterday I told you I will take profits before that. So approximately at the 59,000, 59,500 US dollar levels, because in the end of the day, we are talking about a psychological level as well, the 60,000. Every 10,000 step is also a psychological level, since we don't have any volume support or so coming in, any volume resistance on the VPVR. Anyways, before I continue here, and I also want to talk about the exact price level where I want to enter, the exact price level where I want to exit, I will show you also my previous trade. I will do the exact same thing for Ethereum, because for Ethereum, once again, something interesting is happening there. Before I'm doing all of that, I wanted to urge you, if you just joined, YouTube didn't recommend that video in the beginning. I just saw it. Now we are getting more and more views here in. If you are just joining here, please do yourself a favor and scroll back all the way to the beginning of the video. It's just a few minutes and you will see my thoughts here on Bitcoin in the immediate short term. You do not want to be missing out on that. First of all, also thank you everyone here for joining. Thanks for finally joining. Thanks YouTube for finally recommending the video. And of course, thank you very much for your support, for joining the crypto family. Look at this, look at this. He's gone. There was a big bird. For joining the crypto family, smashing up the like button, leaving your comments down below, maybe your altcoins, and of course, smashing the subscription button, joining the most profitable community in the world, the most lovely community and most supportive community in the world. Thank you so much for that. So I want to swap over here quickly into Ethereum before I'm going back to Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin, and I want to talk about Bitcoin more and my trade, but I wanted to talk about Ethereum, of course, before it is too late, because you can see here, Ethereum just doesn't care about Bitcoin. Like, we are breaking this important horizontal support resistance before Bitcoin is breaking that. This is something I was talking about yesterday. Horizontal resistance, resistance, not support. Horizontal resistance for Bitcoin. We are fighting and fighting and fighting. Well, for Ethereum, we are breaking through. Ethereum, guys, and don't get me wrong, but Ethereum right now against US dollar and against Bitcoin in the immediate short term looks extremely bullish. And this has not only technical reasons, this also has reasons which are coming from the fundamental side. Because as you know, the Ethereum improvement proposal 1559 is coming very soon. I think in June or in July it is coming. There are more birds. In June or July it is coming. And this improvement proposal will make Ethereum deflationary. I talked about that with BitcoinCrypto today. Go over to our channel and watch that video. We talked about Ethereum, the happenings, and what it actually means. Because in the end of the day, there will be massive amounts of Ethereum burn. And whenever the circulating supply is being contracted instead of inflated as before for Ethereum, well, this will have, in case it is going, this update is going through in a smooth manner, it will have a very positive impact. So what we are seeing here is something I was actually predicting earlier. As you know, Da Vinci is saying it as well. Markets are a forward discounting mechanism. And if something bullish is going to happen in the future, the most likely scenario is a run towards the upside, a front run, and then a sell the news event. So what we can see here right now for Ethereum is, let me quickly go over to the brush. We are having here this falling wedge actually, which broke out. I accurately predicted this specific breakout here. My price target is the top of the wedge, the 2025 US dollar level. Well, I was telling you, the only level which is actually holding us back from reaching that is this resistance box. So now that we are going above it, what do we need? We need volume support. Volume is not coming in yet. However, in 2 hours, we are going to close this 4-hourly candle. If we are getting here follow through, the highest likelihood is that we can reach this 2000 US dollar price level. If you are trading this breakout, if you traded it right here, well, I hope you took some profits at the resistance. And if you are actually trading this specific breakout, it's not something I would be doing, but this inverse head and shoulders breakout could have been it. I would personally put my stop loss below the support here, significantly below the support, so you can cap your losses. One thing about Ethereum, and this is something which everyone has to understand, is that trading Ethereum is severely more risky than Bitcoin. Right? I mean, if you open an Ethereum trade, the highest likelihood is that you're going to get stopped out, that you're going to get liquidated. But if you are hitting one of them, the chance that Ethereum doubles is right now higher than Bitcoin doubles. So of course, at least I'm talking here about the short and mid run. So of course, if your upside is higher, your downside is also higher. This is normal mathematics. Higher risk, higher return. Ethereum has significantly higher risk. So if you are going into an Ethereum trade, please, guys, please, I urge you, apply proper risk management. This is very important. By the way, talking about trading, and I want to talk about my trades, of course, as well. But please do not forget that in the pinned comment down below, you will always get the highest bonuses of the MMCrypto family. Look out for the comment with the verification checkmark. You get 700 US dollars for free. If you click our links and you in the video description down below, and you click the links, and after your initial deposit, you get $700 for free. You can use the $700, for example, at a 20x leverage. If you don't even touch your own money, it's a 14,000 US dollar trade for free. And on Bybit, for example, you can withdraw the profits from this free trade as well. So make sure you take advantage of that. Scroll down to the pinned comment and join the MMCrypto community. Also, trading-wise, you get a bonus, we get a bonus. I think this is a very fair deal. So let me go back here into the Bitcoin chart. And as you can see, Bitcoin is still struggling with the resistance with the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders of the W pattern, and also the resistance box we are actually forming, or we were actually forming since ages here, since, let me go back, since the 17th of February. We're talking about 2 weeks. That's ages in crypto already, because if I'm zooming out, you can see what can happen in 2 weeks, right? We can just have like a 150% increase. So in these 2 weeks, we did nothing. So that already feels like ages. So Bitcoin is overdue. In the next few days, the tipping point is actually approximately the 13th of March to break out. Maybe it's not happening right now. If it's not happening right now, I expect a retest of the upward sloping support. If we are breaking out right now, I would wait for the volume to come in. Wait for a confirmation of the previous support, which is the resistance, which is then turning into support. And then I would probably around the 53,000 US dollar levels. It really depends on where we are getting this rejection point. Enter the trade, and I would close it below the 60,000. I would take big profits below the 60,000 US dollar levels, and then again at the 61,000 US dollar levels. Just to show you the potential gain here. And wait for all the confirmation signs, guys. We are talking here about approximately, only to that price target, approximately 13-14% at a 10x leverage. You would more than double your equity you are putting in here. So make sure you take advantage of that if you are an experienced trader. This is something I wanted to tell you as well. So something else I wanted to tell you is, and this is good news, this is not the chart I was actually teasing in the beginning. So stick here with me until the very end. It is worth it, guys. I can promise you that. This chart, it's not the BLX. There is a new chart right now, and I don't get anything for that. I just think it's a huge value. If you just type in index, type in index, index, and then wait. So index BTC USD. If you type in index BTC USD, you are getting the BLX, but more than that, this one is also starting from 2010, but it is not only giving you new bars here every day. No, it's also giving you, because on the BLX you only have daily candles, it's also giving you the 4 hourly, the hourly, and everything. So what you have here is the chart with the biggest history, a real-time chart with the biggest history, index BTC USD. This is something I just wanted to show you, just to add value to you. So something else is the pure multiple, and this is an on-chain indicator. I was talking about multiple times. Some people are telling me, Chris, is this bull market already over? Well, I can tell you the bull market is most likely over when we are reaching this red area. We reached it here in 2011. We reached it in 2013. We reached it in the end of 2013 once again. Every single time we are reaching it, let me show you that with vertical lines here. So when we are reaching it right here, retracement down. Long retracement, multi-month. Reached it here, bear market. Well, when did we reach it again? Right here, bull market high. So just type in Bitcoin pure multiple, and you will see that we are right now still far away. And I kid you not, guys. We are halfway. Like it takes at least a $200,000 Bitcoin to come close to this level here. So this bull market is not over. In my opinion, if you ask me, according to my indicators, I can always be wrong. There's always this chance that we are just going to zero right now. I just don't think this is happening. Elon Musk was just buying like a few weeks ago, few percent below the price right now. Michael Saylor is still buying on a weekly basis. So most probably we are going to see some more upwards momentum. So let me show you something more. And I was talking about that over on BitBoy Crypto's channel. What you can see here, and stick with me, I have a new chart which I wanted to show you. This I want to show you in the end before I talk about my trades and everything else. This is the balance of Bitcoin on exchanges. I was talking about that already way earlier. The dark line is the Bitcoin price. The orange line is the balance on exchanges. So the balance on exchanges was going higher and higher and higher until one specific point of time. What was this moment, guys? The Corona dump. And the moment we had the Corona dump, people were starting to withdraw because the Corona dump gave Bitcoin a whole new use case. That was the moment when the crazy reckless money printing even went crazier. Now we are having like a yearly inflation of the circulating supply of fiat currency of 30% and potentially even more, right? Whereas Bitcoin has a capped supply. People start to understand that. This is why we are onboarding a whole new group of investors, the institutional investors, the multi-billionaires, the billion-dollar entities. They are joining right now. Bitcoin are being withdrawn from exchanges for the first time in history. What does that mean? That means that the circulating supply available to be sold on exchanges is actually contracting. We get less and less Bitcoin on exchanges to be actually sold and to be bought. Less Bitcoin on exchanges, more scarcity on exchanges. Good for the Bitcoin price. And I'm not done yet, guys. I'm not done with you. I'm not even close to be done with you. Because what I wanted to show you also, I unfortunately took that away already. I wanted to show you the number of whales. The number of whales in Bitcoin reached an all-time high. They accumulated from 2009 until 2013, right? This is addresses and entities holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin. When did they start selling? Well, they just started selling before we reached the all-time high. Then they started buying again throughout the bear market and the start of the bull market until the beginning of 2017. They were dumping throughout the whole bull market and starting to accumulate right now. And you can see here that just 2 weeks ago, we reached a new all-time high for the number of whales holding Bitcoin. Do you think they know something you don't know? Well, I can tell you no. If you are subscribed to the channel, they don't know anything you don't know. This is something you have to keep in mind. You want to be doing what the smart money is doing. Every single address denominated in this orange line here has at least a balance of 50 million US dollars in Bitcoin. That's the big money, up to even billions of dollars. This is at least 1,000 Bitcoin per address. Keep this in mind. But the most important thing, and for this I'm going to sit down, is this. Obviously, you know this chart already, but hear me out. This is the stock to flow chart. This predicts the Bitcoin price on a 4-year cycle basis based on the scarcity. What you can see is that we are exactly on point, exactly where this model is actually predicting Bitcoin to be. What does it mean? Does it mean we are going higher? Does it mean we are going lower? Well, let me show you this chart here. The stock to flow deflection. I'm clicking on it right now. What you can see here is that every single time the same thing is happening. Whenever we are in the green area, Bitcoin is in the buying area. Bitcoin is undervalued towards the model. Whenever we are in the red area, we are in the overbought area, in the area where Bitcoin's price is higher than the value according to the scarcity model, right? So we dipped down below. You were able to buy it perfectly here in 2011, and then we went up again. We dipped below, and you were able to get this whole bull market in, right? Then this shows you actually always the buying areas. Buying area right here, we went up. Buying area right here, we went up. Buying area here, we went up, right? Every single time. Here in 2015, perfect how it showed us the buying area. Even here, it was flashing a buy up until we reached the price of 5,000 US dollars, and then it was going into the overvalued section. Well, the same thing once again here. During this massive bear market, it was giving us a nice buying signal until we were going into the overvalued section. And right now, believe it or not, I mean, if you tell that to anyone, Bitcoin right now at 50,000 US dollars is undervalued. We are in the green area. We are undervalued according to the stock to flow model. Let me show it to you again. Bitcoin is right now undervalued. Sounds crazy, but it is undervalued according to the scarcity model of Bitcoin. So what does that mean? We have to, traditionally, according to the model, go way above and beyond this gray line here, overvalue Bitcoin, and then go into the significant retracement. So the fair value in the end here is approximately 100 to 120,000. But an overshoot would bring us at least to the 200,000-300,000 US dollar areas. So if your grandma, your friend, or whoever is asking you right now, where is it here? Should I buy Bitcoin? Well, the answer is yes. If you have a long time horizon, Bitcoin is undervalued right now, according to the stock to flow model. Basically, the biggest boss model here in crypto. So this is something I wanted to show you. And if you think, well, there is not so much more upside for Bitcoin, well, think about the 1.9 trillion US dollar stimulus check which is coming right now. And it's not the only thing, guys. It's not the only thing. There are not only 84 central banks in the world actually printing fiat currency on a 24/7 basis. No, there is a big central bank in crypto as well. And what is the central bank? Well, I want to show it to you. This central bank is called US dollar tether. And by the way, guys, just quickly, before I show you this chart here, which is completely off the charts, if you think that the US government or that the Federal Reserve are a little bit reckless with the money printing, I want to show you what US dollar tether is doing right now. But first of all, thank you everyone for joining here. 7,500 people, nearly 2,000 likes. Could I ask everyone just to take a second out of your day, scroll below the video and press this little like button? This is for sure, like, it takes a second or so. You would really cheer me up a lot. It's not easy to make 4 videos a day, guys. It's not easy. And if you are new to this channel, well, welcome to the most lovely, most supportive and most profitable community in the world. Make sure you press the subscription button, you press the bell and press on all. Also in the video description down below, I have $700 bonus for you as a welcome bonus. If you click the links after your initial deposit, you get $700 for free. Welcome to the MMCrypto family. Now let me talk about this, and beautiful. I just saw here 800 likes popping in 10 seconds. So what you can see here is the central bank of crypto, basically. And what looks here like we were talking about, wow, US dollar tether was printing so much here, wow, like $50 million, right? Like, this looks so small against what's happening now. Ever since the corona dump, not only the US government was printing, no, the US dollar tether foundation was printing more and more and more. And on the one hand, of course, they were printing more because there was just more Bitcoin demand. But in the end of the day, if there's more US dollar, if there's more demand, and well, if more people are coming into crypto, we need more US dollar tether. So the question is, before I go into the actual numbers, what does this mean for Bitcoin? If a US dollar tether is being minted by the US dollar tether foundation, three things can happen. First of all, they can burn it again. Usually not happening. Number 2, they can actually go to the US dollar tether foundation. If you have a US dollar tether, you can go there and exchange it against the US dollar, because the US dollar tether is backed by US dollar, right? Probably 70% of them. Anyway, proper possibility number 3, and this is actually the main use case. This is what US dollar tether is used for. You deposit it on an exchange and you buy Bitcoin or crypto with it. Or you go to an OTC desk and you buy Bitcoin or crypto with it. This is what US dollar tether is made for. And I wanted to show you, ever since the corona dump here, when we had a circulating supply of US dollar tether of 4.6 billion, well, right now we are talking about, and I can't believe myself that I'm saying these numbers, 36.4 billion US dollars. We are talking about approximately now, recently, $1 billion printed on average per day. And these US dollar tether are flowing into Bitcoin. So on the one hand, that is a big fundamental, this is a big push for the Bitcoin price and for the crypto prices. But on the other hand, there is a big risk also coming with it. So that's another reason I wanted to talk about that. If you're actually in crypto and you are planning to take profits in US dollar tether, US dollar circle or whatever, diversify into different stable coins. If you are only selling out into US dollar tether, you are exposing yourself to a big amount of risk. Because this looks to me like a bubble, which can, not necessarily will, but which can burst in the future. So please, if you diversify out, diversify into different stable coins. I would be using US dollar circle, TUSD, USDT, and all of these good stable coins out there. And then you actually diversify your risk. Me personally, US dollar tether is the same like US dollar. In my long-term holding portfolio, I will not go out. I will not go into US dollar, not into US dollar tether, because you are basically exposing yourself to the biggest risk at all, inflation. And inflation is a certainty in a Keynesian economics, right? So this is why I'm just not going out of Bitcoin. I'm staying in Bitcoin, the hardest asset in the history of mankind. So let me quickly go back here. This, guys, keep it in mind. Of course, I wanted to talk about my trades as well. My trade over on Bybit, right now, $500,000 in a profit. I have another trade on Bybit. I might be showing it to you later. And then I have my trades over on Phemex. This one is right now $1.8 million in a profit. And I am accumulating here more and more Bitcoin, of course, scaling out of this market. And I will talk about where I'm going to scale out the next time, where I'm going to take my next profits here. So these are my trades. I have, of course, like 3 or 4 more trades open. My legendary trade, unfortunately, got closed here recently. It didn't get liquidated or whatever. I took the profits. I talked about that. Just watch the video. I lost my $1 million long. I lost the trade, but I didn't lose the money. I took the profits. They're $800,000, and I will keep that money on the sidelines and of course open a new legendary trade. I need a good entry position, so make sure you smash up the like button if you want a full dedicated video on how to open a legendary trade for Bitcoin. And I will make a full video about that, maybe a 10-minute video where I show you exactly where we're going, where I go out, and how to spot these legendary opportunities for Bitcoin trading. So this is it, guys. Make sure if you want to be trading there as well, or whether it's on Bybit or whether it's on Phemex, it's really your own choice. I like Phemex as well. If you go down below, Bybit is my best choice, but I am personally trading a lot on Phemex as well. Go down to the pinned comment, click these links. After your initial deposit, you get $700 for free. Be an experienced trader for doing that. Don't go in there as a beginner, but otherwise trade it and profit from these volatile swings here for Bitcoin, just as we are doing it. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is right now, if I'm going over, thank you so much for the donation. First time here, great channel and already donating. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Jason. Man, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You are lovely. So join the most lovely community in the world. Join the most profitable and the most supportive community in the world by scrolling down, pressing the subscription button, pressing the bell, and pressing on all. Thank you so much for joining. Everyone is welcome here. So what you can see here, Bitcoin broke out above. I mean, we are not outside of my resistance box here, but we broke above the neckline and we got a rejection here so far. Does it mean that we are going to break down? Well, I can't tell you, guys. I can only tell you once we are going below my resistance box, then we are probably going for another retest of the upward sloping support. Otherwise, if we are going to close a 4-hourly candle above, doesn't look like it right now, but it could happen here, then we are probably going towards the upside for good. I talked about my specific price targets as well. Also, I was teasing that there's one level where I'm going to take profits in my existing trades as well, and that will be the first level will be slightly below the previous all-time high, slightly below 58,000. Then another one, I will take more profit slightly below the $60,000 level where the psychological resistance is. And then the last profits I'm going to be taking at the $61,000 level. And gets me, yeah, Monero is a nice one. Monero is a nice one. Let me quickly zoom out here and show you also where the next price target is. Of course, before the price target is after the price target, and after the price target is before the price target. So I'm going here into the 4-hourly candles, and I want to show you after we are hitting there. And this is still like, this is something for the future, but I wanted to prepare you already for that. If I am taking out the Fibonacci retracement level and I'm pulling that from the low right here to the high, then you can see besides our price target here at the $61,000 levels, eventually the golden ratio, the golden extension level here, the 1.618, the $68,000, and also the 2x, the $74,000 levels are the next one to target. But for this, we need a new entry position, guys. You know that we are not holding our trades open. Besides a few I am having open, we don't want to be holding them open for too long. You don't want to pay too many funding fees, and of course you don't want to expose yourself to too much market volatility and probably being stopped out if you're just joining recently. That's why take profits along the way as well. It's very important, guys, and taking profits in Bitcoin is never a mistake. If you actually take profits right now in Bitcoin and Bitcoin goes higher, well, you took it in Bitcoin and Bitcoin goes higher, right? So you still make profits, just not that many. So what do we have here? Any questions, guys? So there is someone who wants to make an interview for his Turkish channel. Just text me on Instagram at MMCrypto, and I will scroll through all my requests and we'll see. Hopefully I find you. Otherwise it's hard to reach me. Go over to Also for everyone else, if you want to be actually following me here also on Instagram, at ChrisMMCrypto with a blue verification check mark. I can't answer all your messages, guys, but I can try to answer some of them. And for interview requests, make sure you text me there. Sometimes I'm reading through that. Also on TikTok, I'm actually blowing up. I'm having a viral video here right now, which is generating more than 10,000 views per hour. Look at this, 43,000 views. I uploaded that 3 hours ago, completely going bananas. It's funny AF, so just type in ChrisMMCrypto on TikTok and check that out. I'm also talking about my top 5 altcoins and so on and so on. Follow me over on TikTok. I think this profile is going to go completely nuts. This video is probably going to get a few 100,000 views, so definitely make sure you check that out. So, man, I have to drink something before I continue here. Whew. Should I jump into the water, guys? Should I jump into the water? I'm living here since a month or so, and I used the pool like one time. It's a shame. It's a shame. Let me use it a second time. Oof. No, it's cold. Too cold. No, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it before I leave. So, any other questions, guys? When is your legendary trade coming? Well, I already have a few open, but of course I don't want to leave the new people joining the community hanging. Don't want to leave the new people joining the community hanging. I don't want to let you hanging. I don't know. If you are joining now, press the subscription button, and this is important. You have to press the bell and press on all, so you get the notifications when I am going to upload a new video. And I will upload a fully dedicated video on how to open a legendary trade for Bitcoin, because the requests are just very, very high. And please do keep in mind, even though this is potentially a legendary trade, every legendary trade can also go wrong every now and then, right? It's just a very high likelihood that it is going to be succeeding, but it's not a certainty. Bitcoin is a certainty. Buying and holding Bitcoin for 5 years, that's almost a certainty, right? Jump into the pool. If we are reaching $60,000 during the live stream, I'm gonna jump into the pool. You know what? If we reach $55,000 during the live stream, I'm gonna jump into the pool. It doesn't look like this right now. That's it right now. Is it too late to buy Ethereum? In my opinion, no. No. I just made a video with BitcoinCrypto. 10 Ethereum will make you a millionaire. Well, sounds unrealistic. We were not talking about this year. This year, the price predictions are rather ranging between $10,000 and $25,000. But for the next bull cycle, it is a good possibility, especially with a new deflationary aspect of Ethereum. So I don't think it's too late to buy Ethereum, for sure not. I don't think so. I am holding Ethereum, and the fact that I'm not selling them means that for me it's not too late to buy more. Because buying is the same as holding the stack you are already having, right? How do you take partial profits? I'm gonna show that to you. Or you know what? I will just, if you are actually in a position right now, so let me go over here. If you are in a position, like I'm in a position here right now on Phemex, right? This trade here, $1.8 million in profits. And I have a size of 2.665 million contracts. Well, if I want to take $900,000 in profits out there, half of that in profits out there, I take half of the size. So 1.33 million contracts, half of the 2.6 million, and then I'm just going over here, I'm pressing on short, and I am with the same leverage putting in 1.3 million in quantity, and I'm shorting into my existing long position with the same